Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome once again to the ever popular Inspirations for Your Life show. It's so great to be with you here on the show. If this is your very first time joining me. Today is Saturday, July 18, 2026. We'll kick off our brand new master topic today, and we go from Saturday all the way to Friday. If you've been here before, of course, I want to say thank you and I want to say welcome back. Really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You're thirsty or hungry or what have you, feel free to go grab something. Come back. I have some delicious RO water here with some fresh lemon. Maybe you want a snack, maybe some juice, maybe something healthy, maybe not. That's totally up to you. And then be sure to visit believemeachieve.com. That is right after the show is over. But now let's kick this show off because it's going to be another amazing week. Are you ready, guys? This is Inspirations for Your Life and our Master Weekly topic, Series 5, Show 30, Building the Habits That Shape an Extraordinary Life. Wow, that's powerful. How Small Daily Habits Create Extraordinary Success. Series 5, Show number 30, and this is episode number 1. Welcome, everyone, to the Inspirations for Your Life show. I am John C. Morley, a serial entrepreneur. I'm also an engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student at Montclair State University, passionate lifelong learner, and so grateful now to be a published author. Thank you so much for joining me. Success, ladies and gentlemen, is rarely built by one extraordinary moment. More often, it's built by ordinary choices repeated day after day after day until they yield part of who we really are. The habits we practice quietly shape our character, influence our decisions, and determine the direction of our lives. If we want extraordinary results, we must first build extraordinary habits. Today, let's discover together how the smallest daily actions can create the biggest lifelong rewards. Before I get into it, I want to just tell you one of the big keys, ladies and gentlemen. It's not doing a lot, it's creating a powerful system and keep doing that over and over again. Number one, small habits shape your future. Every major accomplishment begins with a small decision. The choices you make today become, well, the habits you practice tomorrow. Those habits eventually become the life you live. Never underestimate how one positive change can influence your future. Number two, guys, consistency beats intensity. Anyone can work hard for a day, but lasting success belongs to those who remain consistent. Small efforts, repeated every day, accomplish more than occasional bursts of motivation. Success rewards persistence more than perfection. Number three, daily actions always compound. Just as money grows through compounded interest, your habits grow through repetition. A single workout, one chapter read, or one encouraging conversation may seem insignificant today, but together they create remarkable transformation. Progress always builds on itself. Number four, success starts with routines. Routines remove uncertainty and create stability. When productive actions become automatic, you spend less energy deciding what to do and more energy doing it well. Strong routines build strong results. Number five, progress is earned daily. Meaningful growth rarely happens overnight. It is earned through patient, consistent effort over time. Every day provides another opportunity to move one step closer to your goals. Number six, discipline creates freedom, guys. It sure does. Many people see discipline as limitations, but the opposite is true. Discipline creates choices by helping you build the skills, health, confidence, and opportunities you want. The more disciplined you become, the more freedom you often experience. Pretty cool, right? It's like the more you let go, the more power you have. That's an oxy thing, but it's the truth. Number seven, good habits reduce stress. Preparation removes unnecessary pressure. Organized routines help you stay ahead instead of constantly catching up. Good habits allow you to respond calmly because you've already prepared yourself for success. Small wins create confidence. Confidence doesn't suddenly appear, it grows each time you keep a promise to yourself. Every small victory reminds you that progress is possible and motivates you to continue moving forward. Number nine, habits become your identity. People eventually recognize you by what you consistently do. Your habits shape your reputation, influence your mindset, and reinforce the person you're becoming. Choose habits that reflect the life you truly want to live. Number 10, excellence begins with repetition. Nobody performs at a high level without practice. Excellence is developed through thousands of repetitions that strengthen skill and confidence. Every practice session prepares you for future opportunities. Number 11, focus creates momentum. Distractions scatter your energy, while focus concentrates it. When your attention remains on what matters most, progress becomes easier to measure and momentum begins to build naturally. Great achievements require sustained focus. Number 12, improvement never stops. Growth has no finish line. Every accomplishment creates another opportunity to learn, improve, and become even better. Lifelong improvement keeps your potential expanding. Okay, that's important to know. Number 13, stay committed daily. Commitment isn't demonstrated once, it's demonstrated repeatedly through your willingness to continue even when excitement unfortunately fades. Daily commitment separates lasting success from temporary enthusiasm. Number 14, positive routines. You need to build them. Positive routines create structure that supports your goals. They help remove unnecessary decisions and make productive behavior easier to repeat. Success becomes more predictable when your routines support your purpose. Number 15, guys. Small steps matter. Large goals, guys, large goals are accomplished through many small victories. I like to call them many small milestones. Don't become discouraged because progress seems slow. Every step forward brings you closer to the future you're working to create. The journey is built one day at a time, one day at a time. And I think if we learn how to take our life one day at a time, we actually are happier people, but we also find some interesting things. We find out that we have more power than we thought. Number 16, practice creates mastery. Nobody becomes great by accident, right? You got to practice. Mastery is the result of showing up, practicing the fundamentals, and continually refining your skills. That's the gold. The more you practice with purpose, the more natural excellence becomes. Greatness is built one repetition at a time. Number 17, keep showing up. Some days you'll feel motivated, and other days you won't. Success belongs to those who continue moving forward. Regardless of how they feel, showing up consistently builds resilience. Confidence and trust in yourself is key. And I think some people today, they take that for granted, like, oh, I don't need to do that. And then they don't really stay in the moment, right? They don't stay in the moment. Um, that's important to understand that they don't stay in the moment. And the reason they don't stay in the moment, I'm going to tell you why. It's because they just don't understand the purpose of life. They don't enjoy the little things that are happening. Number 18, make progress visible, folks. Track your progress so you can see how far you've come. Even small improvements deserve recognition because they remind us that your effort is producing results. Now, visible progress fuels motivation. Number 19, bad habits, eliminate them. Building good habits is only part of the journey. Removing the behaviors that slow your progress is equally important. Every habit you eliminate creates room for a better one to take its place. Number 20, guys, create better systems. Successful people rely less on motivation and more on systems. Good systems make positive choices easier and reduce unnecessary obstacles and the friction that comes with them. When your systems improve, so will your results naturally. And that's something to celebrate. Number 21, stay intentional. Don't drift through life hoping things may improve. Start living with purpose and make decisions that align with your goals. Intentional living transforms ordinary days into meaningful progress. Number 22, guys, build self discipline. Self discipline is one of the greatest gifts you can develop. It helps you make wise decisions even when they're difficult. The stronger your discipline becomes, well, the stronger your future becomes. And I think that's something a lot of people don't realize. But when we start to understand that we can do something and that things are working, discipline becomes easier to build because we start to see that, wow, this is actually working for me in another area. I wonder if it'll work in this area of my life. Number 23, success grows quietly, doesn't have a big bullhorn. Many of the biggest, ladies and gentlemen, that's right, many of the biggest victories happen long before anyone notices them. They're built during early mornings, late evenings, consistent practice, and private effort. Trust the process. Even when recognition hasn't arrived yet, it will. But you're not doing something for recognition, you're doing it to become a better version of yourself. That's key, guys. That is so, so key. But we have to understand why things are happening a certain way, right? And I think a lot of people out there will ask me the question, John, how do I do it? One moment at a time. Number 24, daily effort pays off. Every productive day builds upon the last one. The rewards of consistent effort may not appear immediately, but they always accumulate over time. Stay patient because progress is working even when it's invisible. And I think in our world, when we talk about faith, okay, I'm not talking about religion here, but in my religion, I have faith. And there's also faith in life. What does faith mean? Faith means that you know something's going to be a certain way. You just know, even though you can't see it, even though you can't have any tangible results, you can't hear it, can't touch it. And many people, when they can't touch, see, feel, or understand something, they're like, well, wait a minute, this can't be real, right? That's important, guys. Is it real or not? Is it real? That's important, guys. And I can tell you that life has obstacles that appear. When they appear, that's not our sign to go hibernate or say, I give up. No, it's not. It's the sign for us to learn from our mistakes, right? It's the sign to learn from those mistakes. I think that's a very important thing for us to understand. We need to learn from our mistakes. If we learn from our mistakes, we won't do that again. And by saying that, we learn a new way in life. And this happens by evolution. When somebody says to you, don't do something or that's not the right way, half the time people have thick heads and they don't listen. And they do it anyway until they run into what? A problem. Until they run into a problem. A problem that says, you know what? This is not what it's about. This is not what it's about. It's about living a life on purpose. Living a life that's about intention. Living life that goes with an ebb and a flow. Building habits in the beginning might seem very difficult, but I got to tell you, it gets easier over time because once you learn how to build a habit, even if it's a hard habit, you're like, wait a minute, now I know how to build habits. I can do this in other areas of my life, right? That's a very valuable skill. Many people don't learn that skill, guys. Many people never learn that skill. Why? Because of one thing: ego. Ego. If we use our ego and keep it in check, there's no problem. Okay. But if we don't, this becomes a big problem. It becomes a big problem for us and for many other people. And that's hard, right? That could be hard for some people. Hard to understand, why is it this way this time? Why is it like this? Right? Why? And we don't always have the answer. But we know one thing. We know that when we live a life with intention and purpose, we make an impact. We make a difference in our lives and other people's lives. I think that's another one of those things that we've got to really appreciate in life. We got to understand how our impact in the world helps other people, right? That's key, guys. I've seen coaches before talk about, their version of being in the moment. I call it awareness. I call it avoiding burnout. But when I do it from my heart. I do it not to get an ovation. I do it not to get a thank you. I do it for the truth that it is, for the purpose that it is. There are a lot of coaches out there that do things for the glory. I have not been that kind of coach. I've been the one that inspires people, because when I can make someone's life better, even if it's just one person's life, I had meaning. That's important, guys. Number 25, progress will always build confidence. Confidence isn't created by hoping for success. Hoping never got you success. It's created by seeing yourself improve through consistent action. Why is it, though, people don't believe in consistent action? Maybe they had a bad experience. Just maybe. Maybe they were disillusioned on something, right? Maybe, right? Maybe. Every accomplishment reminds you that you're capable of achieving even greater things. Number 26, every choice matters. Life is shaped one decision at a time. Every health habit, every positive conversation, every hour spent learning, and every commitment you keep contributes to the person you're becoming. Never underestimate, folks, today's choices. Stay patient. Great accomplishments require time. Don't compare your progress to someone else's journey. Everyone's journey is different. Focus on becoming a little better each day and trust that consistent effort will eventually produce extraordinary results. That's the key, guys. Number 28, building lasting habits is a key to success. Temporary motivation creates temporary change. And we know that our motivation can wane back and forth, right? With moods. Lasting habits create lasting success. Discipline creates lasting habits. Focus on building routines you can sustain for years instead of chasing quick results that quickly disappear. Number 29, keep moving forward. There will always be obstacles, setbacks, and unexpected challenges. Refuse to let them define your future. Learn from each experience, adjust your approach, and continue taking the next step forward. Number 30, extraordinary lives are built one day and one moment at a time. No remarkable life is created overnight. No meaningful accomplishment begins with ordinary choices. Repeated consistently over months and years is the key. Success isn't found in one perfect moment. It won't be. It's built through thousands and millions of purposeful moments that gradually become our extraordinary life. They actually incubate us to becoming that better life. Alicia, and as I get ready to close out tonight's show, and as we begin this new series that I've just launched today, remember that your future isn't determined by one decision you make. It's shaped by the multitude of habits you practice every single day of your life. Every positive routine, every commitment you keep, and every step you take toward becoming better is an investment in the life you're creating. Don't, don't wait for the perfect opportunity. It'll never exist. Or the perfect time. They don't exist. Start with the right next choice. The time is now. Build one positive habit, then another, and continue stacking small victories until they become extraordinary results. The life you dream about isn't built through dramatic changes. It's built through daily consistency, intentional action, and the willingness to keep growing long after others have stopped. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Inspirations for Your Life. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student at Montclair State University, passionate lifelong learner, and so grateful now to be a published author. I think as we wrap up tonight, and I think about intention, I'm going to give you an example. If you want to solve a problem or a challenge, sometimes one time's not enough. You got to work on it, put it down, and come back to it. Just like when you write a paper, right? You've got to realize that. You've got to realize exactly what that's about and how that can change our lives and everyone's life that I think we have the ability to affect, right? That's not an easy thing, guys. People that come back to things, whether you're a writer, producer, engineer, we never get it right the first time. That's the rough draft. That's the drawing board. That's the initial stages. But success is given to those that understand the drawing board can be revisited anytime because we can always make something better. Those that have a humble heart and attitude are destined not only to learn, but are destined for even greater success. And that happens by us focusing on our moments, focusing on what's in the moment, not trying to do it to impress anybody. When I focus on the moment, I do it very quietly and in my own space a lot of times. Or I do it in public, but no one knows that I'm focusing on the moment. Again, it's not a Broadway show. It should be something internal to you. That's the key, guys. And I hope that means something for a lot of you because that is really our key. If we understand that and we know that, we're living a purposeful life. We're not just doing something to do it. We're not just going through the motions. We're living a purposeful life. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, remember that greatness isn't reserved for a select few. No. Many people were given that advice or told that. They're wrong. It's open and available to anyone willing to make the small daily choices. Those choices, ladies and gentlemen, they're key. The choices that lead to extraordinary results. These are key. So, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you with this. Keep learning, keep growing, keep improving, and keep becoming the very best version of yourself, one habit and one day at a time. And I'll see you guys on another show real soon. Be sure to check out believemeachieve.com for all my amazing creations. Take care.